I'm gonna oh, there we go. There
Hi,
we are.
everyone.
Hi.
I'm Ann Butler, and okay, gotta do it opposite. This is Lisa Rojas,
This is
my
me.
creative, my creative friend who is also my business partner. We are Bella Crafts Publishing. We have a free magazine that you can download every single month. Not every single month, 4 times a year. Sorry,
I know it's hey.
it is. Yeah, we're working on it all the time. But 4 times a year, we have a magazine that you can download. It comes right to your inbox if you sign up. I am going to check on Facebook to make sure this is all going just fine.
Yep. And the magazine is absolutely free. There is no little tricks or anything like that. You just
There
put
it is.
your email in and it comes right into your box, into your inbox. So no fuss, no muss. And we do not bombard your inbox with 50,000 emails because Ann and I both don't like that at all. So, you may get one email a week from us.
Yep, yep. And that's usually recapping what we've done for the week,
Yeah,
having links to our Facebook Lives, maybe a link to some blog posts that are on the blog. So
yeah.
we don't bombard you, and we do not sell our mailing list to anyone.
No.
So I mean, we have a huge mailing list, and we do not sell it.
Mm-mm.
So you won't be bombarded by anybody from us.
Nope.
Hi,
Hi, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
How are you? Hi.
So today's sponsor is um, the Crafters Workshop, and they make beautiful stencils. And they have a stencil package with some of the stencil butter
Love
that
that.
is in the prize package. So to enter, you want to like, share, and comment with the hashtag BellaCrafts for the entry. And remember, we don't pick our winners until Wednesday morning of the next week. That way, anybody who is watching the replay can still enter as long as you have that hashtag BellaCrafts, even when you're sharing. Then we can put it in our randomizer, and that's how we pick the winners.
Right.
No, Jimmy, you didn't miss this live. I'm glad you're here. So yeah, we want to make sure that that we don't pick our winners until the following week. And at
Right.
the end of this week's, or at the end of today's live, I will announce last week's winner, which gets a free ebook from us.
From us. Yes.
Yes. And
Hi, Becca.
yeah, you get to choose from any of them. Hi, Rebecca. So, what else? We have our.
Do You Love to Craft group?
Mhm.
Our Do You Love to Craft group is on Facebook. And we would love for you to join us there. There is a lot of very talented people on there, which, uh, I don't get to spend as much time in there as I would like, but what I see is just so the work that's in there is really, really pretty. I mean, the people that are contributing, the projects and stuff that they're making are just gorgeous. So, if you're looking for inspiration, which we all are,
We
you know,
are.
you should join our group and see what everybody else is working on. Plus, that way too, if you work on a project that Ann and I have shared with you, or you get a thought process off of something that we did, but you turned it around and did it your way. Those are the kind of things that we would love to see.
Yes. And
So,
we have picked a couple of the projects from in there to be featured in the magazine. So you never know. Hi, Mary Ellen. You're from California. I think it's probably warmer there, although I'm in Minnesota and it might be 30 degrees today. It was
oh
below zero all
no,
last
it's
week.
nice and warm today. It's beautiful out. And I'm in California, Mary Ellen. So, Yeah.
I also want to tell you, we didn't mention it during Lisa's live, that we do have a call out for design team.
Oh, that's right.
So if you're interested in sharing your projects at all, and being part of our design team, it is open until the 20th of this month. So it's in design team calls, and it's also on our Facebook page. I put it in there so that you can see it, and you can click on the blog post that you need to find out all the information. 75 in Ventura, Mary Ellen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just live
Okay,
in the
so
wrong place.
yeah, Mary Ellen, so you're probably about 3 hours from me. I'm in the high desert. So Ventura is, I think, about 3 hours. I'm not sure.
I've been there before during one of the shows. I know we went
Yep,
out there and had dinner.
yep, yep. They used to do a lot of craft shows out there. I'm not real sure if they do them anymore, but holy smokes.
Well,
Years
it's a
ago,
good
they
place to
had
be,
them
isn't
like,
it?
yeah, every other month. There was
Wow.
another one. Yeah, they were awesome. But that's what,
Well, today I am sharing with you some different techniques with stencils. I'm using stencils from my creative girlfriend, Rebecca Meyer, and she has, I think she said over 100 or nearly 100 stencils with the Crafters Workshop.
I didn't realize she had that many.
She does, well, she's been doing it again at least 6 years, maybe 8.
I know, but I mean, I know she's been with them for quite a while. I just didn't realize. Wow.
She has, and I was going to grab one that's over on my wall that I did with her stencils too. I'll grab that when I switch my camera and Lisa can talk to you for a minute. But
Okay.
just to show you different things you can do with stencils, because a lot of people think stencils are either only for mixed media or to make a card.
Right.
The Crafters Workshop has lots of fun things. Their stencil butters are beautiful, and the project I'm showing you today is actually using foil from ThermoWeb, but I'm going to show you how to use the stencil butters too in case you missed Lisa's live. But I'm going to switch my camera down, let Lisa talk to you for a minute, and I'm going to grab
Okay.
that other project over there so that I can show that to you too.
Okay. Sounds
And
like a plan.
put
And
my
there she
project cam
goes.
on, and
Okay.
Lisa will talk.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jimmy, you're saying that it is 68. It's chilly there, and the winds are 68 miles an hour. Oh
Oh,
my
yeah, the winds.
goodness.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah.
believe that.
When we were up in the mountains a couple of weeks ago, or no, it's been longer than that. We had really, really bad winds. Also, and I was okay, good. I was glad that we weren't leaving um the mountains where we were staying, where we had to drive our RV in that mess, because that those winds are scary.
They
But
are.
yeah, we had them too. They're scary. I don't like wind. I don't like it
Okay,
at all. Are you ready?
I am.
Oh,
So,
beautiful. All right, I'll make you bigger.
okay.
Or am I going to make me bigger? Let's see.
Nope,
Nope,
me.
there you are.
Okay, so Rebecca has a ton of stencils with the Crafters Workshop, and she has some that are definitely, she is a mixed media artist, and she loves to work with stencils on fabric and create fabric things. So her stencils are so varied, and she just has so many cool ones that you want to check out. But a few years ago, I did this project, and this is kind of my mixed media. I don't do a ton of layers or anything, but this is done with Rebecca's, one of her stencils, or a couple of her stencils. And then I used my stencils because I have an alphabet stencil. But this is done right on a canvas, and then it has tissue paper over it. And then I used a wash of white on top of it. And I kept layering it that way with tissue paper. And I put like you can maybe tell this layer is underneath this, but there's tissue paper on top of it. So
Beautiful.
I did this, and of course it says create art every day. And this hangs in my studio just because this is what I believe. I believe that if you create something every day, you're a happier person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Well, we say it all the time about creativity.
I know, right? I mean, I just
Yeah,
think it makes people happy. When
it
I
does.
teach, people are happy. So,
Yeah.
and in my newsfeed, even on Facebook, my husband will say to me a lot of times, "Did you see that? Did you see?" And I said, "I only see art because that's what I follow, you know. And I
Yep.
just see people's fun art." So I am going to show you a couple techniques, and then we're going to make this tag. And this tag, because you all know I love foil, so I couldn't not use foil.
That's
Um,
beautiful.
but this tag it's a bookmark. So I mean, I think I would. I had moved a lot of my fibers up to my sewing room, and I think I would dig through them and find some colorful fibers to put on here.
I'm
But
bringing fibers back, I'm telling you
yeah,
right
but
now.
this is a tag, and I thought this would be fun to make one for each of my grandchildren,
Oh,
you
they'd
know,
love that.
because I think the majority of them all love to read. So I'm going to show you some fun ways to use stencils first. So, like this card, I'm not in love with this card at all. I mean, I showed it to Lisa before I had it put together, before I had it layered and put together. I said, I just, this is not making me happy. It's just not. Maybe it's the black, so I got out some purple, and I'm going to grab.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe because I love the ink oh geez. I love the stencil
Oh, I love the stencil.
and how it's put together, but I'm thinking maybe color.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why. So this, in one of our other Facebook lives, I made. I used my watercolors with Emerald Creek, and I did some watercolor background. So that's what this is. This is a piece of that watercolor background, and I'm going to use another one of Rebecca's stencils because I love the circle ones. But I'm
That's
gonna
beautiful.
again put it off to the side, but I'm gonna bring it about there. So actually I'm gonna do it this way because I have purple here. And I want that purple to tie in with the purple I'm using.
There's
So
Jimmy. She's got a comment for you.
I haven't tried the foiling yet. Jimmy, you're gonna love it. It is, I love foiling so much. That'll be the last project. But I
Yeah,
wanted to show a few techniques, and I'm just using my Pink and Main brush, which are
love those.
lovely.
Oh, I love those brushes so much.
And I did put some pixie spray on the back of this, so you can see it sticks. It
Yeah,
is an awesome spray that you use, and it's temporary and it lifts up, and it'll work for quite a few times. You can reapply it as you need it.
yeah,
So
works great.
I'm going to try this with purple, and I know my table is jiggling a little. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, I didn't even notice it until you said something.
I could feel it. I got a new table in my room thinking, well, it doesn't move nearly as much as my other one, but I can still feel it a bit. And it's a heavy table, so I'm not sure. I mean, it is like 200 pounds.
Holy smokes.
Oh yeah, it's a cool table, but So it's easy to stencil on paper. Look at how quick that is. And this is just Gina K's Wild Lilac. I love this color.
Yep, that's your color.
Yeah, it is. So I think I like that so much better than the black. I do a lot of black and white cards, but I think this.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you cut it down, I would use a die and give it a pretty scalloped edge and cut that down. And I think that would just tie in really well. So it's easy to stencil on paper. It's just so easy. But this color is beautiful. So I love that choice.
Yeah. Rebecca says that's her color too.
Oh, yay, Rebecca.
I love purples. So pretty.
And yeah, I know. They're just beautiful. But I love that. But you can also stencil on fabric. So I'm not sure if you guys, I'm going to switch my camera to just me for a second so I can actually show it to you better. So this I made quite a few years ago. This is a tote bag.
Oh, okay. I love that tote bag.
This is a ruffled tote bag. And it's actually upcycled because it's like a used tote bag.
Okay. Isn't that fabulous?
The back was plain. I wanted to cover up the front because I didn't like it. Now I'm going to put it back down and put my project cam back on and show you what I did. So I used beautiful tone-on-tone fabric. And then I did a layer, and I didn't do it all the way to the top, as you can see. I didn't do it all the way to the top, but I used this stencil from Rebecca. And I used actually, you have to use a pigment ink. So you have to use an ink that will work on fabric. And pigment inks work on fabric. This is because you can heat set them. And once you heat set them, then they are permanent. I know some companies out there have them.
Oh, yeah.
So I stenciled a whole, like this bag is about 12 or 14 inches. So I stenciled about 28 or 32 inches, and then I gathered it. And then I used my stamps, my full quilting stamps, to do another layer.
So cool. And what a great way to upcycle your tote bags.
Well, right? I mean, I didn't like this.
Especially, if you're going to like a lot of craft shows or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, holy smokes, how many of those do we have? I mean,
right.
I had tons of them.
Right. I have a whole tote bag or tote full of totes.
Yeah, full of totes.
So that's what I did. So this is washables as long as you use a pigment ink that you can heat set. You can also use my watercolors from Emerald Creek are heat set. And I did a tote bag with that also. I just, I believe I gave it away. So I couldn't find it to show it to you. So the next thing I want to show you is how cool is this?
That's so pretty.
This is a flocking sheet. It's so it's like a flock, but it's on paper. And I did a few of them. I thought it was so much fun. So of course I did one in purple.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And then
these are Thermoweb, right, Ann?
These are from Thermoweb, yep. And then I just took the whole stencil and applied it. So the yellow, can you see it as well? Not as well. But isn't that cool? So what I did was I embossed with the stencil. And how I did that
Now,
was
see, there's a lot of people that don't know that you can emboss with stencils.
right, right. So so you can have, I use a Sizzix Big Shot. And I know that they make a rubbery embossing pad, but I don't have one. So this is my platform, and then your acrylic sheet. And then I used two, because I tried it with one. This is matte board. I tried it with one and it didn't work, so I put two in there. So I put two of these in there.
Oh, okay.
And then I put my flocking. And then, let me see if I can find the stencil I used. Right here.
That's a cool stencil.
And then I put my stencil down and my other acrylic plate, and I ran it through my Big Shot, and I ran it through twice. And this gives it the cushion it needs to do the embossing.
Yeah.
But isn't that cool?
That is really, really cool.
For this, I think it would be really cool. Like Eileen Hall makes all of these great dies for journals. You could cut that apart and have that be part of your journal cover.
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty.
You know, I mean, so a lot of possibilities with this, and it was so fun. And then I remembered years ago, I used to do embossing with foil. And I know that there's a company out there called Rinia that makes foils, but I don't have any of those. So I always used heavy duty aluminum foil, the good stuff. You don't want to buy the cheap heavy duty stuff because that's going to be really thin too.
Right.
But this is heavy duty, and I put a layer of glue down and folded it in half. So it's 2 layers. And I did the same thing. I did the plate, the 2 sheets. I mean, if you had the spongy embossing thing, it would work perfectly. But then I put the 2 sheets and I put this down.
And you did it on foil. Now, see, that's a new one for me.
And this, and look at how gorgeous it is.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that just beautiful?
Oh.
So this is...
Wouldn't that be gorgeous on a Christmas card? I mean, not that stencil, but I mean...
No, right. But you can also use alcohol inks on top of this. So you can color this.
Color. What a great idea.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's a new one for me, Anne.
Well, and you can put this, once you put it on a piece of mat board, it's going to be really sturdy, right? You're just going to glue it on. So then nothing's going to happen to this. Right now, I'm being really careful with it. But isn't that just beautiful?
Yeah, and you are going to want to back it, right? Because you want to make sure that you give it that stability.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
I mean, you can put it on a card front. That would be fine. You can do whatever with it. But this would make a great book cover too. Or even, like, I buy these little tiny composition books all the time. Because they're little, they're great for notes, but they're great to craft on. Yes. And they have this nice edge. So, like, you can butt your stencil right up to it.
Oh, I love that.
And trim it. But that would give it enough stability too. Because you would glue it down. You would use a wet glue to glue that down. But
I love that.
Isn't that just... This is a technique that I love. And I mean, if you've been following us for a while, you know that I love techniques.
Yes, you do.
As well as purple.
And I love that you love techniques, because then I learn even more of this stuff, or relearn the stuff I've forgotten.
Right. Because over the years you learn so much, and unless you're doing it all the time. Yeah. So
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that technique, I think, next week.
it is so much fun.
Okay, I'm gonna do it next week.
So this is
Oh,
what I'm going to actually show you guys. And this is, well, first, before I do that, I want to show you, because we have this beautiful stencil butter from the Crafters Workshop.
yes.
I want to, let me find the,
That stuff is luscious.
isn't it? I think I
Oh
want
my
the stencil
goodness.
that I used up here.
It is just
I want
gorgeous.
that stencil. So I'm going to show you guys, even though Lisa showed you, I'm going to show you how cool this works. And I'm doing something different than Lisa did, just because when she was doing her sunflower, I thought, she had mixed her orange. She pulled it through.
Right, the color. Yep.
And I thought, when you were doing your butterflies and you did them in blue, I thought, oh, wouldn't that be pretty if you added a second color?
Yeah, I thought about that. But I just didn't,
Well,
I didn't have time this week.
No. It's totally fine. I am taping this down with purple tape, which just holds it in place, because I did not use the pixie spray. But even if I had, I want to tape the areas that I don't want the stencil butter to go on.
Right.
So I'm just taping this.
And you don't have to be as careful.
Right. You don't have to. Right. Because I'm going to use a credit card or a gift card or whatever.
Like a scraper.
So, as my scraper. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
So I have a used gift card here, and I'm going to do this butterfly. And I thought, I want to try and do it with two colors.
Oh, there you go.
Look at how luscious that is. Is that not beautiful?
What color is that, Anne?
This is the turquoise.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to put turquoise up here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to share this from Jimmy.
Okay.
Okay, she says, I got so involved, I just sat the back of my flabby arm on the glue paper I used to wipe extra glue on.
Oh no.
That's pretty good, Jimmy.
That is good.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So these are beautiful colors.
Is that the fuchsia, Anne?
This is the fuchsia.
Okay, I thought so.
I'm just using the opposite end. And I'm just putting, but yeah, when I saw Lisa do her project today, I thought, oh, I want to try this with two colors and just see.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It might just be a muddy mess. Who knows? But I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
So I'm going to hold. I'm working so you guys can see, but I'm going to hold the edge here. And you just take a credit card.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, and then I'm going to, I missed some right there. So I'm just going to put a little bit and a little bit right there. I'm going to do it one more time.
There you go.
Now, this color would be great if you were doing a ton of projects so that you wouldn't lose all of this. Like, I can put some down here.
Yeah.
So you're not wasting all that beautiful stencil butter. And I'm going to lift this up. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Isn't that a beautiful butterfly?
See, and I like that you didn't fill in the whole stencil. You just did, parts of it and then pulled the color all the way through.
Right. Because this was more playing. Now I'm going to take and put this heart right here.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm just going to take this extra. Because these are pieces that I will cut apart to use.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was thinking.
It's okay that I have several on here. Oh, isn't that fun?
Oh, look at how pretty that is. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So the stencil butters are super fun. I'm going to put that up there to dry.
That's beautiful.
And I am going to put this down here in my water. So I'm going to wipe my stick, although it has color on it now. And what I'm doing, I'm not going to want color. So I'm going to make sure I use the opposite end of my gift card and wipe this away. Last week I had told everybody that I bought baby wipes and I forgot them where I bought them. And I still haven't gone to get more. Now here's a tip. You always want to have your jar lids clean.
Yes.
If there's any of the stencil butter up here, it's going to be hard to open next time. Like I used the stick to put that right there. You just want to wipe that and make sure that that is clean. Otherwise, it makes it very difficult to reopen.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make just a quick, these are super quick. This is for a bookmark. And I keep seeing little spots where I don't want to stick my arm like Jimmy did in the glue. So I'm just going to make sure that this stuff is clean right there. Okay, so same thing. This is 1 3/4 wide because that worked perfectly for these 3 butterflies. I love this stencil too that Rebecca did with the circles, but the butterflies just were perfect. And I want to put it down just a little ways so that I have room for a place to put the ribbon at the top. So I have that taped and hopefully it's even. On the one that I did, I had it off center just a little bit. So I just trimmed a little bit extra on one side.
That's what I always do.
Yeah. You know, I mean, sometimes you work with what you have.
That's right.
And for this, I know it's backwards for you guys, but I kind of need it facing this way. I am using the Deco Foil Transfer Gel Duo. So
okay.
This is something that you use and you let it dry. I also used, because I didn't have, I know Rebecca doesn't do alphabet or anything, but this is my stencil. And I wanted the alphabet. So I did the butterfly and then I did the alphabet, which worked out perfectly because this ran off the top here and this was down to the bottom. So you want to do them both at this, well, not at the same time, but before you foil them. Unless you want, even if you want 2 different colors of foil, you want to do them at the same time because you don't want to run this foil through a second time when you're doing the letter, because running it through after it's already on there doesn't always look great. So same thing as with the stencil butter, you just put a nice amount on up at the top. And I'm going to use this side. And you just come down and fill your butterflies. I missed a little tiny bit right there. So there. So you just fill your butterflies. And I always put the rest inside my jar so I don't waste any.
Yep.
and wipe,
Things are too expensive to waste.
yeah, wipe my card off and wipe my lid off. Then I can put this in here. So then you just pull your stencil off and put that in water. And you let this dry. You would go ahead and put your letter on there. If you didn't want to do butterflies, you could do any design on here you wanted. But you let it dry because it dries clear. I might have to see what camera Lisa got because I can see mine auto-focusing. But this will take about an hour to dry, depending upon how thick you have it. So this one is all dry.
Yeah.
And I know I've showed before that I save all of my little bits of foil because you never know when you're going to need just that little bit. Like here's a perfect piece to use right there. Or if you want, like this is what I used on that one. If you want to do part one color and part another, you can do that. But I really want the multicolor. So I'm going to use this piece right here. This one might look cool too. Maybe I'll use that.
Oh,
but I save all of my little bits of foil because you never know when you're going to need just that little bit. So you just put that on there like that. And I'll move this out of the way. And I have my
Nifty
laminator.
laminator.
Huh?
I said your nifty laminator.
Yeah, I have my laminator already heated up. Although I need to find my carrier sheet that I had right here. Lisa, talk for a minute.
Okay. Okay, I like
I found it.
Okay, I like completely
I don't know what to say, right? Okay, so you want to put this through here and run it through.
You want to do it with the hot laminator.
Yep, you do hot. And this is not a mat board or a cardstock. It's more like a chipboard. So it's a little heavier.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's really great for a bookmark. I wasn't sure how it was going to go through the laminator because I have honestly only done cardstock through here that I can think of. So I wasn't sure if it was going to do exactly what I wanted or if I needed, because it's thicker, if it was going to cause a problem. But it didn't at all.
Through. Yeah.
And I always run mine through twice because I have best results that way. You, of course, find what works for you. Every laminator is different. So maybe going through once works perfectly.
Yeah, I usually just go one time.
Yeah. And I just have had no issues when I do it twice. Sometimes when I've done it once, it doesn't turn out exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's bad when you got, your project like almost done and then something doesn't work. It's like, ugh.
We've been there, right?
Oh, so many times.
so
many times.
So this is the best part. And this is why you guys will see why foiling is my favorite technique. No matter what you're doing it on.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Now on that stencil, it had some dots there. And on this one, I had taped it off. And on this one, I didn't because I wanted to see what it did. Now, if you hate that, if you hate that is there, you can always take a, just a tool. This is a poker tool. And just rub that off if you want.
And pick it right off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
But, yeah. So that, it's just so much.
I love that.
Stencils are, I think, so versatile that if you haven't tried them, you're going to want to. I'm going to switch my camera. Well, I'm going to move my chair.
Yeah. Now, Jimmy, you had mentioned that, you love shiny things, but you haven't done the foiling thing yet. If you head over to our YouTube channel, Ann and I have done a lot of projects using foils. So, go over there and check all those out, and you'll have lots of different ideas.
Yes, I would say foiling is my passion. So, I mean, I remember more than 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when I worked at Ben Franklin, and foils were hot back then. They've just come back in the last few years.
Yep.
But I used to do clothing too with foils. So lots of possibilities there. So, yeah. Yes. And I was just looking at some of the comments, but okay. So last week we gave away a free ebook, and I'm happy to say that Jimmy, you were the winner, and you're here. So just message us, and we'll go on our site, look at all the ebooks, decide which one you want, and message us, and we'll get it right out to you. So that's how easy it is.
Yeah. I didn't click both of us in. I thought I'll just let you finish it out.
Oh, I did. I see both of us down below.
I know, right?
There.
Oh no.
There,
see, I didn't even, I just thought, no,
No. We should both be here. This program we have, we can see both of us down below. I wasn't even looking at the screen part. So yeah. So Jimmy, yes. So just go to bellacraftspublishing.com. There's a tab at the top that says ebooks or digital books. Look at that. And I'm ready to try foiling. Yay! It is so easy. And
oh, hi, Ann. Okay.
When people have problems with foiling, a lot of times they didn't let their laminator get hot enough.
Yep.
Because I turn mine on and I wait 15 to 20 minutes. It just has to be hot.
Yeah.
So, or if you're using like the gel, make sure you have an even coverage. You know? I think the easiest way to try foiling to start is with toner sheets that have a pattern on them.
Yeah, because you've already got it there. So just lay the foil down and you don't have to mess with anything else.
Yeah. So, but yeah, foiling. I love, love, love the way this butterfly turned out and the heart.
That's gorgeous.
And stuff. But with the stencil butter, and this will dry, and then I can cut it apart to use it for other projects. But even where this heart is, if I can cut close enough to that butterfly, that can be a bookmark.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Because this is on that chipboard, So, the hole would be right up there by the heart. But I love that heart, and I love the colors together.
Yes. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's almost dry, but yeah, just takes a little bit for it to dry. But so the stencil butters from the Crafters Workshop are wonderful. And if you want to try it with foil, you just need the gel. So the Crafters Workshop was our sponsor. And if you like, share, and comment with the hashtag BellaCrafts, you'll be entered in this week's giveaway, which we will announce next week during our Facebook Lives, because Lisa and I will both be back next week at 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock Central Time with 2 more lives. And next week, I think it's my products, some of my products. So,
Yep.
So next week, and if you want to see how to use the foiling with the toner sheets, we can maybe show that real quick too. I'm not sure what project I'm doing, but hi, Sharon.
I am using papers next week, your papers next week, and foils. So
Okay. So yeah, so
we'll be
Lisa will
showing that.
show how to foil with them. And
Yep.
foiling, once you start, it's just so much fun. And I know you said that you have a laminator and you rarely use it. Get it out. I find it
Yep.
depends upon how big your space is. But if there's a tool that you haven't used for a while, if I just take it out, so I see
Yes.
over and over, then I know, oh my gosh, let me, do something with that. That helps me. I mean, I have a big space, but even when I had a small space,
Yep.
I would take certain things out because you forget you have them.
You do. And it's good to move things around in your workspace so you can do that.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Very good.
So we want to thank you all for joining us, and be
Yeah.
sure and come back next week. And congratulations, Jimmy.
Yep. Congratulations. I can't talk.
Hmm.
And Sharon, hi. Hi and bye.
Good morning. She must be in California too.
Well, yeah, well, we're afternoon now.
Hi,
Yep.
Sylvia.
Oh, there's Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia. Thank you. I see that you got my message. Okay, so yes. So Sylvia got my message because I just saw it come up on my watch.
Okay.
So perfect.
The whole screen went away. My phone rang, and I was like,
Uh-oh. No.
So anyways, if you missed today's project, go ahead and watch the replay. We did foiling with stencils and made a bookmark. And then we showed how to use the stencil butters.
Yep.
And then I showed some other techniques. I showed a really cool technique with foil that even Lisa hadn't tried before.
I had not.
Actually, foil. Let me correct that. With aluminum.
It's
can't aluminum foil that I used. I just used Reynolds Wrap aluminum foil.
Yeah, I can't say that word. So I always say foil. Honestly, I can't. It doesn't come out right.
Try saying anodized aluminum 38 times when you're doing a video.
No, my kids actually make fun of me because I can't say the word.
A lot of people can't say that word. But since Sylvia and Sharon just got here, so this is the foiling technique I showed how to do. It is so super cool and so easy.
On regular cooking foil. Regular cooking foil. That's just
hi, Rebecca.
I love
the Embossed. This I love your stencil, and it worked perfectly with the foil, aluminum foil.
Yeah.
So, and I also showed how to use it, since I have it right here. I don't want that color, with flocking. So Rebecca, it does work. It's so perfect.
Yeah, it does.
And your stencils are so beautiful. So
see, I haven't tried that either with the flocking paper. So that's good. I'll have to give that a shot.
I did it when I did one of well, I've done it before with embossing folders.
Right.
Yeah, but I hadn't tried it with the stencils, and Rebecca and I were talking. I said, I think it'd work with that. So then I had to try it right away.
Yeah.
And it did. So yeah. It's fun to find new ways to use stencils. So thank you everybody for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Yes,
and remember
to always take some time to craft, because it's good for your soul. It really is. Okay. All right, you guys, take care.
Bye, everyone.
Next week.